are here. We are here with many of our guests today. We have several from out of town and also from here in Harrison. But you're tuning into 726 Harrison, and as you notice, I am not Dan Reynolds.
And neither am I.
But I do have a wonderful guest host today, Lisa Dotson. Glad to have you with us.
I'm just so thrilled to be here.
Thanks,
you.
Ann. I want to say a little bit about where Dan is. He is in New York. He was he's a Trekkie to start with. And so this is right up his alley, but he's the sound engineer for a webcast for Star Trek Phase 2.
It sounds like a really big deal.
It is a big deal.
If you're a Trekkie.
Exactly. And I mean, even if you're not. But it's so right up his alley since he is such a fan of Star Trek.
So they're like doing a redo of Star Trek with new
The same
actors.
characters, but new actors.
And he's the audio engineer.
Exactly. So he'll be gone for till I think June 18th or so.
So I just said,
I
hey.
mean, this is June 18th till July 2nd or 3rd.
So you told me that a couple of weeks ago, and I was just halfway kidding, and I said, well, hey, I'll be your co-host. And you said, okay.
Yes,
So,
I did. So I'm very glad to have
here we
Lisa
go.
Dotson with me. Who, let me applaud you. She is one of the women of distinction that will be honored next week. And you are in a great company of other women, but I am so thrilled for you.
Well, it's very nice,
honored.
very surprising, very humbling, and I'm very grateful. I'm just happy that the things that I care about in the community can have a spotlight shined on them. Things like the Children's Choir of the Ozarks.
Which you are the director.
Yes.
So let's go ahead, since you've mentioned that, and tell us a little bit about
Well,
that.
this past year I took over as the director of the Children's Choir of the Ozarks, and we've had a wonderful year. We had a smaller choir than I'd hoped for, and that's kind of understandable when you have a transition.
Exactly.
But it was a great group of kids, and we sang at lots of different activities. Probably the best or the highlight of the year was singing at the Martin Luther King celebration in town. But this coming year, we're going to have a huge highlight because we get to go on a road trip.
So tell us about your road trip.
We have been accepted, and I'm so excited. This is the first public announcement, that we've been accepted to sing at the, let me get this right, Old State House Open House at Christmas.
In Little Rock.
In Little Rock.
What an honor.
And we're going to try to get to meet the governor.
Oh, wouldn't that be awesome?
Wouldn't that be cool for those kids?
You bet.
But we need some sponsorships to help us do that, because we've got to pay for gas, and we'd like to get some new uniforms or not costumes.
I guess
Plays, musicals.
Right.
Choir. Choirs have uniforms.
Uniforms.
So that's what we'd like to do, and like to get some new music and some more children involved in the choir. And you know, we don't turn anyone away who can't afford the choir.
Right.
So we rely on sponsors. And so I hope some of your watchers, some of your audience will give me a call at 391-9848.
Okay.
And if you are interested in sponsoring a child in the Children's Choir of the Ozarks, just give me a call and I'll tell you how you can do that.
And this is open to second grade through sixth
Third grade
Oh,
through
third
sixth.
grade. Okay. All right. And
I love
have
those
you already
kids.
had your auditions for
We
this year?
had some preliminary auditions back in May, but we'll do some more when school starts.
Okay, so stay tuned for more information about that, and maybe your child will be interested in auditioning.
It's going to be great.
And as she said, need sponsors. So hopefully we can help get the word out.
I hope so.
Wonderful.
Cool. This is fun, Ann.
Good. I'm so glad you're here, Lisa. I'm so glad you said, let me co-host.
It's Ladies' Day.
Yes, it is. And we have a full show today. So I'm going to go through the lineup, and then after that, we'll get on with the show.
Sounds like a plan.
First up, we will have Tina Farmer and Ginger Milan with the Boone County Library. Tina has they both have things coming up, so we'll just let them expand on that when they get up here. We also have Drew Fitzgerald. He is one of the 4 young men that attended the American Legion Boys State here in Arkansas. And Drew will be our spokesperson for today. We're glad to have him. Mm-hmm. We also have Wanda Massengale. She's here to talk about the Ozark Humane Society, and she has a couple of special guests with her that are going to be on the show, and so we look forward to that. We also have Jesse Carocchio with KCMH Christian Radio. We've been practicing his name because I didn't want to mispronounce it. But with KCMH Christian radio station, and he's going to talk about a benefit concert. And rounding out the show, we have the lovely ladies from Eureka.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! with food and fun, and always a pleasure.
Big
We have
woohoo.
Eileen Powell, Teresa DeVito, KJ Zumwalt, Sandy Martin, and Becky Newhart, and I'll let them all announce themselves and what part they are associated with. But it's for the Fleur Delicious weekend coming up in Eureka.
Yum.
Yum! We will go to break. And when we return, we'll have Tina and Ginger. Stay with us.
All right.